Hello and welcome back to the channel. So you found yourself on the MC2 Machine Control 2 video from i2i and my experience there. So to start with, have you watched my MC1 video? If you haven't, pause, go watch that now, because all the information you're going to need about i2i, what this course is about, you'll find in that video. So pause the video now, go watch it. Don't worry, I'll wait. Good, you're back. Okay, so MC2. It is a follow-on from MC1, and I would suggest that you do it in quick succession. I did it a day apart, so MC1 on a Saturday, MC2 on a Sunday. However, you could leave it a couple of weeks or even a couple of months, but don't leave it years, unless you're out practicing all this stuff every day, which when you finish MC2, you will want to be doing that. So all the stuff we covered in MC1 video is the same. i2i is the same company. Their philosophies and approach to what they do is the same. The instructors are all the same. The venues are all the same. And what to expect on the day is almost the same. You will be spending more time in the saddle than you did on MC1. It is much more less talk, more do than there was from MC1. And the reason behind that is you are building upon what you have learnt in MC1. So we're starting with body position, using your core, and finding out how to turn a motorcycle as we did in MC1. We did it with our body position, and then we did it with our use of counter steer on the bars. Now in MC2 we progressed this even further by hanging off the bike. Now we're not doing racetrack style hanging off the bike here. It is, as you can see in the video playing, dipping your head over to one side, and the more you can do it, the more impact you're going to have, especially in conjunction with what you're using on the bars. Why is this important? It is important because if you go into a corner and you have as much lean as you can physically do, or your pegs are scraping, so there just physically isn't any more lean. Wouldn't it be good if there was just something you can do, a move you can make on the bike that would just help you increase that corner radius? And if you watch here on the video, here I come into the corner, I turn in, I am now on full counter steer, I can't go anymore. Now I change my body position and oh look, I have just slipped over that line and increased my radius. Wouldn't it be great if you go too hot into a corner and you just want to have the ability to be able to add just a little bit more before you have to come on the brakes? That's what you learn at MC2. You learn how to perfect your cornering, body position, counter steering, quick flick, hold on the acceleration. All of that juicy goodness is what you will learn. And that is the quick couple of hours in the morning, just perfecting the body positioning that you learnt the day before. And then we move on to what MC2 is really about, and that is the brakes. And what you will learn on the day, which is why I think i2i and the way they approach things is so good, is you will learn what works and what doesn't work braking on a motorcycle. You will experience the feelings, because we can all get a book and we can all read that, when you're going to hard brake, you grip the tank with your thighs and you're not moving on the seat. What Tom does is he says, no, go out and actually experience what that's like. You're riding along, you've forgotten to grip the tank. Just accelerate up to 40 miles an hour, let go of the throttle, feel what that does to your body, feel the effects on it. So you are feeling the effects of braking. And once you've done that a couple of times, you can then start adding to it and perfecting your craft, in effect. I have a lot of experience with trail braking hard. I always do like an emergency stop test every couple of rides on my bike. I'm quite good at braking, quite used to it. I was surprised how many people aren't. So a lot of people were like, oh, I've never felt my guts 2 miles down the road there as I did just doing this. It's like, well, don't you go out and do an emergency brake? And a lot of people don't. A lot of people don't know what that feeling is. They don't know, they've done it once for their test and they've long forgotten since then. So it's a refresher for how to control your brakes, because obviously if you just four-finger snatch at the brakes, you're going to go down. This is how to do it properly. And again, I'm not going to tell you all the techniques because I'm not going to bastardize it. You need to go on this course. You need to feel it for yourself. You need to learn it, how it's meant to be taught. And in the end, as I said in MC1, we learnt braking to go round a bend, apply brakes, one-handed, to the point where just before ABS is kicking in. And to top it all off, we did it in the wet. MC2 also has the introduction of some drills. So we were learning, you know, stuff you can do when you leave the course and you can carry on perfecting. How to go from a positive throttle to the brakes, to load the brakes and then to come on fully on the brakes. How to feel that point before the ABS kicks in. How to go past that point if you want to and engage a stoppie if your bike will allow, or to flick the ABS on and off if it will allow. How rear braking on ABS affects things as well. And then putting it all together for your final cornering, if you like, you will learn how to go into that corner, how to brake, how to accelerate correctly out of the corner, what putting the rear brake on does versus putting the front brake on. And ultimately, the end goal here is you have learned how to go into a corner as safely, quickly as possible, while still be able to stop where you can see in front of you. And if that sounds simple, it is because it is. But we have all watched videos on YouTube, we've all read books, we've all gone on other courses. And I still learnt from this course. I still perfected that ability going into a corner. And this is coming from a rider who rides everywhere trail braking. So I know how to brake in a corner, how much lean to add. But I didn't take it to the extremes that I did with i2i, because you're on a big, massive open air field, feeling safe, being taught extra tips and tricks, and you can just push it to that extreme if you want to. I mean, you know, there were out of 12 of us, there were probably only 4 of us that were actually doing proper full-on stoppies, because, you know, we wanted to do it and feel what it's like. Other people just wanted to stop the bike before that point happened, and that is down to you. And that is why I so heartedly feel that the MC1 and 2 courses should be attended at least twice, just to refresh yourself, just to go through it. They really are invaluable courses that, quite frankly, could save your life. And so that wraps up my MC2 video. I hope you have enjoyed it. I hope it's useful, and the links are all in the description below. I really, really recommend that everybody should go on this course. And of course, when I revisit MC3 and then go on MC4, you will see an update here on the channel. Thanks as always for watching. A like and a subscribe is greatly appreciated. Thanks again.